Like and subscribe right now, and you'll have amazing luck for an entire week. The more you look, the more you see that this world is filled with incredible moments. In those days, these moments flew by unnoticed. But with the invention of cameras, we now see more than our fair share. From King Cobra drinking water to passengers jump-starting a plane, here are 30 incredible moments caught on camera. Number 30. Obedient elephants. Elephants are amazing to watch, but most of them keep us humans at a distance. Sometimes, however, elephants behave in ways so hard to predict. Back in 2016, a woman and her friends stood beside an elephant to take a picture. Out of the blue, the elephant took her hat and kept it in its mouth. But just when the tourist thought all hope was lost, the elephant removed the hat from its mouth and returned it to the tourist. Number 29. Anu and her pink leg. Many times, people get body shamed after losing one part or another. But on May 5, 2017, a small girl called Anu was treated quite the opposite. That day, Anu returned to her school after undergoing surgery to fix a prosthetic on her leg. Amazingly, her school friends welcomed her with great warmth and acceptance. That's rare and wonderful to see in a school. Number 28. King Cobra. King cobras are the deadliest snakes in the world. Even with that, this villager took it upon himself to save one trapped inside a fishing net somewhere in East India. To rescue it, the man used scissors to cut the fishing net off. But before he did that, he incredibly gave the cobra sips of water from a Sprite bottle to quench its thirst. After being freed from the net, the snake was later released into the wild. Number 27. The boy who beat cancer. This 6-year-old boy walking down the corridor is named John Oliver, and those are his high school schoolmates clapping. The reason for the standing ovation was that John fought cancer and won. The event you see in the video was organized to welcome him back to the school and his second chance at life, because cancer isn't a fun thing, and only those who survived it can tell. Number 26. Funny pigeons. What you see in this video aren't squirrels. They're pigeons trying to follow a ball of light shown by someone from the other end. If the light moves right, so do the pigeons. If it goes left, the pigeons do as well. And here we thought pigeons were actually smart. Number 25. Elephant breaks wall. Earlier, we talked about an elephant that taunted a tourist with her hat. In this video, this elephant broke into a house by breaking the kitchen's wall. According to the owner, it was already in the middle of the night when she heard some noises in the kitchen. When she got there to check, lo and behold, what she met was an elephant trying to steal her food. Number 24. Medical emergency. This incident happened in Boynton Beach, Florida in May 2022, when a woman suddenly fell unconscious behind the steering wheel. Moments after, her car drifted across a busy intersection into oncoming traffic. Luckily, one of her co-workers who knew the driver sprinted to help her, but she couldn't stop the runaway car alone. She waved to other drivers, who hopped out of their vehicles to lend a hand. Together, they could stop the car and help the driver. Number 23. Parking lot moment. This is a parking lot in Lev County. One fateful day, 3 men stumbled across an 89-year-old woman and her 100-year-old husband struggling to get into a car. So they stopped by to help them both into the car. During the moment, a county sheriff named Kanesha Carnegie saw them and also opted to help. But the guys already had it under control, so she stood by adorably and just videoed them for everyone to see. Number 22. Humanity. While wild animals do just fine on their own, sometimes they need our help. One such case happened not quite long ago, when a man helped a stranded sloth off a busy street onto a bush in the street. As a token of gratitude, the sloth incredibly extended its hand for a handshake. Number 21. Don't try this at home. Well, the guy dressed in spandex in this video ignored every possible "do not try this at home" warning there could ever be. For one, he tested his skills by leaping over busy subway tracks in New York City, where he could either have been electrocuted by the third rail, hit by a train, and fall over the stairs. Well, he succeeded, but as for you, don't try this at home. Number 20. Koala Cuddles. Now this is an Imogen, a baby koala, hand-raised inside the Symbio Wildlife Park in Helsingborg, Australia. One day, she decided to run and jump onto a tree, then back onto the floor to climb up a cameraman for cuddles. So adorable. Number 19. Hippos. Hippos are gigantic creatures and one of the most dangerous animals on the planet. But when calm, they can become quite docile and adorable, like these hippos, which adorably feed on watermelons. As you can see, a single bite is enough to crush the watermelon, since their jaws can easily break bones. Number 18. Bear Visit. This video shows the exact moment a black bear popped by for a visit to a homeowner in New Jersey. From the video, you can see how the bear used its mouth to open and close doorknobs, as it was already familiar with opening doors. But the homeowner didn't panic. Rather, she told the bear to close the door, as if she was talking to a kid. Number 17. Frozen Plane. When a car suddenly stops working, giving it a jump start is one thing to do. But when a plane stops working, what do? These passengers decided to push this frozen plane in Siberia when the temperatures fell to negative 56 degrees Celsius. According to them, they opted in to help, fearing that otherwise their journey home would be delayed. Luckily, they landed safely, but pushing a plane, oh, just wow! Number 16. Happy Birthday. Coronavirus showed us many things. Quarantine, lockdown, and death lie among them. But then, this boy from Franklin was nonetheless celebrated on his birthday, but not in the usual party ways we know of. Rather, a troop of police officers drove to his house to sing him the wishes. Number 15. Tiger vs. Duck. Tigers can kill ducks. Despite that, this little duck from Australia decided to play with a tiger inside a small pool. Each time that tiger went to catch the duck would dive underwater and appear on the other side of the pool, leaving the tiger bewildered and back trying to figure out. This hilarious game lasted over 10 minutes before the tiger finally retired to a nearby tree. Number 14. Dolphin Jumps. During a boat excursion in August of 2017, this group of tourists stumbled across a pod of dolphins, which of course were delightful to watch. Out of the blue, a dolphin jumped into a boat. Though scared, the tourists knew they had to act fast, otherwise the dolphin would die of dehydration. And gladly, they did what they had to, and the dolphin said thank you. Number 13. Cow Rescue. 2 years ago, this cow was found inside a big river in India by a group of men. Knowing that if they did nothing, then the cow would drown, they mustered up with ropes in their hands to save it. One man even had to jump into the river to untangle the cow, but after hours of doing this, they finally got the cow out safely. Number 12. Elephant vs. Dog. This video was recorded inside the Elephant Nature Park in Shanghai, Thailand, and it shows how a baby elephant chased after a dog. But due to sheer size, the elephant was way slower than the dog, and it later had to give up the chase. Number 11. Bear Waves for Food. From a close afar, bears are fun to watch. If you don't believe this, take a look at this bear raised in captivity in a zoo somewhere in Thailand. What you see here are tourists feeding the bear, and you can also see how one of the bears is waving repeatedly for more food. This is quite adorable, don't you think? Number 10. Overweight. Taking regular exercises to lose weight isn't always a health tip for you alone. Sometimes it's a way to pity riding animals like horses and donkeys found in tourist centers. Like in this case, we're not sure who to feel sorry for. Is it the camel who has to bear all that weight? Or the couple who would miss on several fun just because? Number 9. Lion Hug. Animals can be fierce, defensive, and wild. But sometimes they need hugs like everyone else. Take a look at these lionesses as they rush over to greet and hug a woman. From their reaction, they must have known the woman a long time to give such a great hug. Number 8. Beluga Music. Dolphins, whales, and squid are believed to be very smart. One reason for this is because they have an organ called spermaceti, which allows them to detect sounds and use it for echolocation. In this video, this man tried to connect with them using violin music, and with the way the beluga whales seemed to pay attention, they kind of enjoyed it. Number 7. Wheelchair Basketball. This video was recorded in North Carolina, and it shows a group of boys cheering up their friend by playing basketball with him. Although the friend was in a wheelchair, they certainly did their best to make him feel loved. This is so adorable. Aww, and this is humanity at its peak. Number 6. Boy Feeds Bird. In a similar episode of Humanity, this little Asian boy took it upon himself to feed some starving. With joy, the birds ate. With the way the boy calmly fed them, It's easy to see that this was not his first time, and this is the kind of thing we like to see. Number 5. Playful Panda. Long time ago, pandas fed on meat exclusively. Today, they're more vegetarian and they eat more bamboo. Though sometimes, all they just need is care and love, as you see in this video, where a man trying to feed a panda bamboo got hugs and pecked at his legs instead. Number 4. Caring Waitress. Some people go way beyond their pay grade to help others. That was the case of this young waitress who took it upon herself to help her older client to dice his dinner well before allowing him to eat without stress. If this is not incredible humanity at its highest, we don't know what is. Number 3. Gorilla and the iPad. Gorillas are one of the smartest animals in the animal kingdom. On one occasion, as you see in this video, the facial reaction of this gorilla reveals that he's definitely fascinated by the iPad the man was showing him. Number 2. Fallen Runner. A few distances before reaching the finish line, this marathoner slumped on the track. But just before he was about to give up, 2 strangers walked up to him and helped him finish the race. Sadly, he couldn't win the race, but he surely felt the satisfaction that came with reaching the finish line. Number 1. Cat versus washing machine. And this is exactly what happens when they say curiosity killed the cat. In this video, this cat found it very curious to understand who the washing machine kept rolling the clothes. So it decided to attack, but after much trial, to no avail, we guess it already found out how dumb that was. Until next time, adios.